superstar, because we're about today to honour a genuine, bona fide superstar. Actually, should we say a legend? That's who we're going to honour today. An artist that has joined that elite group that really can say they are music royalty. One of the 10 best-selling artists, not this year or this decade, but of all time. And as you can see behind me, an artist that has now become the most successful Latin artist ever.
Thank you, Neil. So, we're delighted to be sharing this very, very special moment with Julio Iglesias. He's not only one of the top 10 biggest selling artists in the world, he's also a very special man and human being. It all started when he was hospitalized after a severe car crash, and a nurse gave him a guitar. But it wasn't until 1968 at a songwriters festival in Spain that his musical career was born. Since then, Julio Iglesias has won the hearts of hundreds of millions of fans around the world. His popularity transcends frontiers and cultural barriers. Julio is the only vocalist to sing in 14 languages, ranging from Spanish to Italian, French, Japanese, German, English, and even Indonesian. Indeed, Julio gave people the words to say, "I love you," in many languages. He was born in Spain, but soon became an artist of the world who topped the charts and broke records from Brazil to Japan. Julio enchanted people's lives by performing in Las Vegas, at New York's Carnegie Hall and Madison Square Garden, at Real Madrid Stadium, and at the Royal Albert Hall in London, where he is returning tomorrow night. Julio was the first international artist to have live television special on Chinese national television in Beijing with 400 million people watching. This is an outstanding story. From the goalkeeper of Real Madrid's soccer team, to a young man with a law degree, to a Grammy-winning artist. Julio has recorded a succession of wonderful duets with Willie Nelson, Diana Ross, Stevie Wonder, Frank Sinatra, and Sting, to name but a few. Julio, you're truly in a league of your own. Now I'd like to invite Mr. Doug Morris, CEO of Sony Music Entertainment, to the stage to honor Julio Iglesias.
Dear Julio, without question, you are one of the most beloved and successful recording artists of all time. You are a talent like no other who continues to thrill fans around the world. Julio, I couldn't think of a worthier recipient. You've sold in excess of 300 million records. Imagine that. 300 million records. So it's an honor for me and for Sony Music to present you with the award as the most successful Latin artist of all times. Julio, please join me on stage.
Well, you know, normally an artist has to have two families. The emotional family, which is take my life until the limits and makes my life easier in my professional life, my family professional life, which is all of you. I'm not so young, you know, I'm in that class of moment and the air in the mountain is getting thinner. and the oxygen doesn't complete my life like before. So I want to take this advantage today that I still can breathe. And to breathe for me is to have this meeting with my big professional family, who makes my life full of dreams. I dream every day, still awake. And today is a very special day for me because all of you, you work, people that they are here tonight, people that are not here anymore, they work for us, for all the artists, supporting, teaching, giving feelings to continue our lives. I start because of you, and I will finish because of you. So in the name not only of my professional life, in the name of so many beautiful artists from Finland to China, I have to thank all of you to be here tonight and to supporting like you support our lives through generations. I have to say a few words for my chairman. I've been in the company for 45 years, you know, it's a long, long time. And I met several chairmen. I know this word they're going to go through there, maybe someone is already not alive. But the ones that are alive, they will understand. I never found in my company a gentleman and a charming and class and professional chairman like Mr. Morris. He supported me for the first time. He embraced me by instinct. I looked in his eyes, and he looked in my eyes, and became friends immediately. Maybe that's the main reason why I'm here today. Because somebody decided to tell me, oh, Julio, finally we are together. So, Mr. Morris, Edgar, and all my presidents, Safo, Roberto, I cannot name it because it's quite everybody, Fernandito. Few new faces that I never met in my life that I got to meet tonight. Thank you so much. In the top of the mountain, when the air starts to be very thinner and thus it doesn't complete my lungs, you make me alive. The wind of your words, the wind that I receive from you every day makes my oxygen complete. So don't let me die. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to the media that comes today. Thank you because they expose everything happening in our lives. But especially thanks so much for my record company, which is my wife of my professional life. Thank you so much. Thank you.
The Chairman and CEO of Sony Music Latin Iberia. We're going to do some photos, ladies and gents. Thank you very much.
Afo, Edgar, what is Edgar? Afito. Okay, this is all for you, okay? Don't think that only my chairman is the one. Thank you so much for...
Just to your right, please.
Yeah.
And then just up to your right.
Thank you so much.
Just looking up on the right.
Look to your right.
Julio, aquí abajo. Julio, aquí. Aquí es Julio. Julio. Julio, aquí arriba, Julio. Julio, aquí arriba, Julio. Julio aquí.
I missed that. Julio.
Arriba. No, arriba. Arriba. Arriba, arriba, arriba. Aquí arriba, mira, arriba.
Thank you very much.
Julio, we're going to throw some questions open to the press. If you want to ask a question, can you say who you are and which agency you're from or which broadcaster you're from? I'm going to start the ball rolling with a topical question. You represented Spain in 1970 in the Eurovision Song Contest,
Yes.
correct? On Saturday, the bearded woman won for Austria, which has caused quite a controversy. Did you see her, and how did you think it was?
I think she's a super singer. I think she's an amazing girl. She is very sensitive, and I'm very happy for her. You know, this artist takes many different situations in life, and she's a very different situation, so I think it's great.
Okay. Question from the floor. Yeah, shout it. If you want to ask a question, if you just want to... Yes.
If that nurse hadn't given you that guitar, might it all have been different? In other words, would you have gone on to be a lawyer, or would you inevitably have gravitated to the world of music, come what may?
You know, I've been a liar all my life, so the difference between a lawyer and a liar is... You know, we leave our circumstances until the limits. I believe that maybe in this beautiful room, there is many people born to do something else. And because of the circumstances, they don't move that change of life. They became beautiful journalists. My life was changed because of an accident, I know. They give me a guitar, I start to do some harmonies, I wrote the songs. And I became a singer 5 years ago. I was training for 4 years, and now for the last 5 years, I feel like my soul is taking away all my feelings in front of the people.
Can I ask you, of all the duets you've done, and you've sung with some of the all-time greats, Stevie Wonder, Frank Sinatra, Diana Ross, as has been said today, out of the current crop of artists that you listen to around the world, is there anyone now that you would like to do a duet with?
You know, we're planning now with the company to do something very special that I'm very afraid to sing with the young kids, with Bruno, with Timberlake, with all the beautiful kids in the special in November, December. For me, when I had the opportunity to challenge the opportunity, then be together with that class of phenomenal voices, I think that I have to be grateful because I learned from them. I never expected my life when I started playing the guitar to be singing with Sinatra, with the Stevie Wonder, with Diana Ross, with Benny, with the Platinum, with the classics, with everybody, you know. I learned. I don't know which is going to be the future, but for sure the future is going to be learning, always learning.
Any more questions? Yeah, question please.
Are you planning to do something with your sons?
With my son,
Sons in plural, few of them. How singers I understand now.
I'm sorry, my son Enrique.
Yeah.
Ah,
Enrique and the younger one.
and Julio. What a question. You know what she says? You can ask to your son to do something. Enrique and Julio are very independent. I don't even know the girlfriends. How I can know if they want to sing with me? I hope so. I will. I hope it's not too late because there is not too much time for me.
Any more questions? Yes, sir.
Julio, Latin American music has been very important for you.
Yes.
You have sung a lot of Latin American songs. Are you planning to record new Latin American songs? Are you incorporating Latin American songs in your show? And I don't know if you could also give us some part of the answer in Espanol, por favor.
Let me tell you and explain to my Anglo-Saxon world today, wherever nationalities they have, I think it's from other places. And the Latino guy, Latino artist, or Latino person is not the people born from Chile to Mexico. So I consider myself a typical Latino. I was born in the Mediterranean, coming from the Nile, and living through all Lebanon, Israel, going up until Italy, France, Spain. So as a Latino man that I am, the music of the Latinos is inside of me for generations, and even I cannot take out that because it's in me. I'm finishing an album for my Roberto and Mafo, a Latino album dedicated to the most beautiful music for me in the Latino branches, which is the Mexican music, in a very special way. And it's taking a lot of my love, because I adore to be a Latino and I adore to sing the music of the Latinos.
Un poquito en español.
Soy Latino. En español lo mismo. I love to be Latino. I love the music of the Latinos. I will play Latino all my life. My blood, my skin, my feelings became from the Latino to the world. And that's why the people in Finland like me a bit. Because I'm a Latino.
Yeah, question please. Madam, on the left. That's you? Yeah.
Where are you from?
My name is Yuko Takano from Japan, and I'm looking back at your career. And 1970, you went to Japan, playing Osaka. Same year you played in Cannes. In those days, was a very different place. People didn't travel, so people didn't go to a different part of the world. So what was the feeling for you when you went to non-Latino countries? Do you have any good memories in Japan? Also, these days you go to places like Chile or China, all those places we never ever imagined in 1970s. What is the feeling for you when you go to these different countries?
When I close the eyes and I am going on stage, musically, I don't distinguish races, countries, colors, religions. But if you ask me, what is the impression I had the first time when I visited Japan, China, in that early times? The music was different, the music was much more nationalist. The sounds of the music was not so occidental. Today, when I traveled to Japan, I was 3 months ago in Tokyo, in Osaka. I already started to say I've been for the last 30, 40 years, quite every year in Japan. Now it's much more world music, But in that times, the only thing I can remember was with a little sense of humor. I was in the Expo in 1970 in Osaka, and the lady who was taking care of me was a super cute girl. And I invited her to have dinner with me and to dance. I said, so he said, so I was waiting 8 o'clock in the hotel, 9 o'clock, 9:30, the girl didn't came. Next day, I was very weak. Tonight, 8 o'clock, I spent a week asking her. And that was the main difference that I found in Japan in that time. Today, it will be different. I say, 8 o'clock.
They're the hardest women in the world to pull, aren't they, in Japan? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
One more question, but yes, please, Madam.
Yes, hello. Hola, Julio. Soy Patricia Rubella, española, España. Quería preguntarte, I want to ask you if, I'm going to say that in Spanish and then in English, if it's okay, I would say. Si te sientes profeta en tu tierra, si te sientes tan querido y valorado como artista en España como en otros lugares del mundo. If he feels a prophet in his own country, in Spain, I mean, if he thinks that he's valued as an artist as much as in other parts of the world.
To be a prophet, is a very, very, very strong word, Prophetism is really like
That's an expression.
like all your speeches go to the brains and the heart of your own country. I love my country for free. There is nothing else in the ratio between my country and me than love. Some people, they will say no, some people, they will say yes. But I'm not interested in what they think. I'm much more interested now at my age in what I think about my country. I would not be what I am if I would not be in Spain. So that's my prophecy. I represent my country from the brains until my heart, more deep every day. So that's what I feel about that prophecy you're talking about. Okay, maybe a last question, because I know you know everything about me.
Ladies down here, second row.
Hi, Julio. My name is Alexandra Renteria. I'm from Colombia, the news Red Más Noticias. I would like to ask you, you're touring right now. Are you planning to go to Colombia soon? Colombia is a country that really loves you. And also, do you still have a house in Cartagena? And have you been to Cartagena recently?
Let me explain to all these beautiful people tonight what is Colombia. Colombia is an amazing, beautiful country. Incredible race mixing between all class of generation people coming from all over the world, mixing with the beautiful Indians in Colombia. Mountains, vales, music. You are, and we are, Latino people, in a process to be discovered more and more. And I believe, not only myself, I've been in Colombia maybe 50, 60, 70 times in my life, but the rest of the world will discover Latin America in the next 2 generations in a very strong way. And I believe that 50 to 100 millions of Europeans will live from Argentina, Chile, until Mexico. The attraction of these countries, Colombia, Venezuela, all the Andes, going until the end of Chile, is amazing. The culture is beautiful, and the people are incredible. And Colombia is part of that. So I will not buy a house in Cartagena because I don't have any more money. Which is the same, it doesn't have enough time. But I always have a house in my heart representing Colombia. Okay, and we go to the last.
Julio, don't forget your award. Congratulations once again, the most successful Latin artist of all time.
No, let me tell you something before I leave, because it's very important. I don't consider myself the most successfully artist Latino in history. I think there is many beautiful artists, not only Latinos, who represent the music all over the world as much as I do. The only main difference is that I'm 70 years old. I'm still thinking for the future. And the future is related completely in you. I will not have any future without the support, the media, my company, and of course the people all over the world, like I said, from Finland to China. But year by year, I've been keeping my music in their hearts, without doubts. So thank you very much. It's going to be a special day, Mr. Morris. I'm very happy to meet you, and I love you. I love you too. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gents, for coming. That's the end of the conference. Obviously, Julio plays the Albert Hall tomorrow and next week. If you're going, have a fab time and have a very nice day. Thank you for coming. Thank you.